Alright, so, well, it seems... Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm trying to start talking, and because I've just been running, I've got the thing I always do, which I promise isn't COVID. This has been happening for years before COVID, where, like, post-run I'm always, like, dying. That's always fun. I have literally no plans for what to do. Like, literally none. I think what maybe I'll do is go on this, just on this character, practice difficult stuff, work out strategies, things like that. Do a bit of hardcore you practice, obviously not an actual run. Oh, and yeah, this is why these are very nice, because I actually can't beat Stromlings. Yeah, and so this is why we need practice, because everything in here can and will smash you. And I don't have a good sort of... Wow, I'm bad. Oh, okay. I'm still bad, but I'm officially not bad. Okay. What I'm also getting... Oh, hello. Multiple of you. What I'm also getting the feeling is that I should probably not also be rendering a video in the background whilst I do this. Seems like a bad idea. It seems like it's going to give me lag. The lag seems to have cleared up a little bit at least. But yes, so I do not have plans for fighting anything here, really. Yeah, okay, this lag might be problematic. This is client lag, for what it's worth. Got the classic, the classic go to Crux Prime level up 10 times throughout a minute. I mean, so there's some easy stuff we can do. Oh, so there's some easy stuff. Do I even have enough imagination for this? Okay, I do. Just always keep an eye out when you're doing this, because stuff does like to run up from behind. Oh, and 3 XP, I guess. Ugh, I hate those guys. Actually, I do need to just smash stuff, don't I? Oh, great, now there are loads of them. Oh, great, now there are more of them. That's how that goes, right? I think I'm out of aggro for all of them, so it's fine. Yeah, hope. Oh, hello, there's a person. Well, that's why this isn't a real run. Well, no, that's not why this isn't a real run. And even if it were a real run, that would kind of be fine, because, like, they haven't interfered. They even helped me. Well, I guess I was already out of aggro range of those things, so them smashing them didn't really do much to help me. So the issue is, I would normally buy cherry blasts at this point in time. However, I don't think I can. I'm about to get attacked, aren't I? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so they've got 5 health and deal 2 damage per hit. And they run at you pretty quickly, and they're annoying. I don't think these work. These had issues last time I checked. They had server desync issues. Yes, someone mentioned last time that I got the hammer. I did in fact get the hammer. Very cool. I believe I need to potentially pay back a hammer I was gifted once. Now that I can afford to do so. Okay, technically I guess I could have afforded to do so from the start. Okay, so... Okay, so we've got the massive firecracker. I don't... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go around here because... so basically the shield generator at the moment doesn't work. And if I go around that way... Basically... when I go for the shield generator, when I go to talk to Sherlin Powers, the shield generator will not do anything. I believe I don't remember if I regen stuff. I think I might do, but regardless, that is not sufficient because I'll just be attacked by everything that is following me. Oh, I nearly fell off there. I'm annoyed that I have to give this guy some of my... Oh, okay, this one's going to be a challenge. Don't know how I'm doing this one, actually. What I really should be focusing on right now, actually, is getting the big one. That should very much be my aim. Because once I've got that, I breathed in way too much. It's not good. Yeah, I promise this is not curved. This always happens. It's been happening for years and years and years. Which, of course, is exactly something someone with COVID would say. So let's just... So, okay. So things we can do strats-wise. We can pull things down on health. It feels cheaty as heck, but it is doable. Maelstrom Horsemen seem difficult. What with the rest? I don't know how I'd fight a horseman. I guess... Oh, it's going to swap each time. I'm not certain what it is I want to do yet. So would I want to get a snack packs? Because snack packs are brilliant. Okay, this is the kind of thing I'd like. Because that's a lot of not too difficult stuff. Yeah, okay, so I think I want to be careful not to be kill stolen here. I mean, well, wow, that was an obvious statement. Do I think I'll one-shot both of these with a massive firecracker? You're kidding me. As long as these telegraph well enough, then I can go away. I mean, evidently, it didn't telegraph well enough for me there. So the other thing I want to look at is getting all of the life flags. I don't... Yeah, I need to... So the thing is, there's no area in Crux Prime that is really, really, really risky to get to. So it feels like if I'm going to go about getting life flags from anywhere, actually Crux Prime might not be a bad bet. The only issue is I'm not certain you can get all of them on your own. In fact, I'm reasonably certain you can't. So the other thing I could give a go today is Ninjago. One thing I basically swore I would never try and do. And this is very much me being buoyed by the success of Butterscorch the other day. Okay. Let's see what aggro's first. Really quite like this guy to aggro first. Of course you do. Don't like you. That will be me dead actually if I'm... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, let's get that there. Okay, let's run off actually. Well, that's the reason this isn't a hard crow you run. That's the reason this is practice. Oh no, every time. I don't know, does anyone else have this after a long run? Okay, it wasn't a long run. Well, it's a fair amount of running around, but it doesn't just happen after long runs. It happens like after any period of like running outdoors. Oh no, it's not great. Let's walk back a little bit. So hopefully that one will either be... Oh, I can kill steal. There we are. So yeah, these I really just need to practice, because like everything else I kind of have experience fighting. I do not have experience fighting these things, these Crux Prime enemies. Or, okay, that's not true. I didn't have much experience fighting Dark Ronin before I came up with the Dark Ronin strat, but like, they're easy. Here, I guess the issue isn't so much enemy difficulty as enemy numbers. Oh, thanks. And that's, I think, going to be the real problem. It's the odds of getting swarmed. Let's just let this guy get hit once more. Kill steal. I think that's kind of defeats the object of it and isn't as fun, but it does work. No, I don't like the look of that. Yeah, so that is the one downside about Hardcore LU. It does kind of take the running through a... Oh, I hate these guys. The running through a swarm of enemies, fighting everything off aspect out of LU. There's just a lot more. Be careful, retreat, etc. And like even fighting enemies are kind of... There are utterly terrifying aspects of fighting Batterscorch when like Batterscorch does something you don't expect. But otherwise it can be a lot of loops. Hello, goodbye. This is why I'd really like a snack pack, because snack packs bring with it an opportunity to get a big one. The big one, as I call them, and that would make everything here a lot easier, because I could just run away and big one. I could just keep big one-ing from a distance. Big one, 7 damage. My current arsenal, 3 damage each. And will get used up. Probably worth it to use them in order to get a big one, actually, just for safety's sake. Though. And we do have... I've got money. So the thing is, you don't need a big one for the Batterscorch fight. And once you've completed the Batterscorch fight, you have money. You have quite a bit of money. You've 50,000. So maybe it would be worth. Okay, I actually need to go somewhere else now. Let's go through here. Let's get swarmed. Let's lose all of them by Sherlin. Not Sherlin, Heimlich. And plan next move. Okay. So yeah, other things I should do. Wow, that was actually bad. Okay, let's get a sense of these guys. Jump back, dodge. Okay, this is where it might get quite fun actually. Fighting down here, because it is a lot of know what the enemies are going to do before they do it. I hate that that now deals damage. I'm so used to that not dealing damage, and for being up close to those guys to be kind of safe. Okay, yeah, that does extra damage. There was a question on stream the other day, do those deal extra damage? It wasn't, I didn't exactly have a conclusive answer. I'd say that was fairly conclusive. Oof. Okay, so those deal 2 damage per hit in that thing, but you don't want to get caught by them in that cycle, because you could get stun locked. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Come from behind. Easy game. Most of these enemies I feel somewhat confident if I'm fighting one-on-one. Or in the case of certain enemies, 2-on-1 is reasonable. Without a big one, I wouldn't want to do more, really. Ah, got greedy. I'm hoping this will drop life. It did. There we are. I might actually build that for the reason of dropping some life, because that's going to be my limiting factor here. Ronin, 2 damage per hit. I shouldn't get hit more than once if I'm being careful. So they might be a good place to get health, and if not, I do have health, I can regen. I'll give it a go, see if I can make it through, keeping them stun locked. Okay, I can. That makes those actually quite easy. You've just got to avoid the first attack, which I think actually, if I just run up and start attacking, I can manage. So, Ronin, easy, again, as long as you don't get swarmed. Yeah, there we are. If they get to the point where they start attacking, I would be concerned, because they deal damage quickly. And it stacks up. They do 2 damage per hit, but if you're not moving away and you get stun locked by it, that can hurt. And then we need admirals. Whoa, what happened there? Weird stuff went on. Okay, one more. And then I've got to work out admirals. Admirals are the one thing I do actually have some experience fighting here. Like out of this. Ah, yeah, that's where. Wasn't even animated there. I should actually have this on hotbar. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight you until I have health. Or until you're at a point in the cycle where I can attack and I know I can do so safely. In case you're wondering, I was able to attack there because the Ronin was between hits. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, no. I do not see any admirals, which means there's nothing else for us down here. So it's time to come back up. Do I give Remorque a try? I feel like I kind of will be pushing my luck after last night's Butterscorch success. Which, for what it's worth, is when I said I was currently rendering a video at the moment. It is a video with Butterscorch, but the first minute is me doing it in 16 times speed. Because, you know what, it's quite a boring fight to watch. Why am I walking through here? Okay, I do not know how I'm going to handle Ninjago. Ninjago, I die regularly on characters that have 17 armor and large amounts of health on top of that. I have no plan. The one thing I'm really worried about are engineers and getting swarmed. But I do have the ability to build the quick builds that distract things. The musical quick builds. Okay, what I'm coming back here because if I am going to go to Ninjago at some point, I might as well pick up the Nido missions. For these guys feel no guilt whatsoever about making me do stuff when I am clearly unequipped. Or conversely, I could be really, really gloating about the fact that I'm better than they are and I'm unequipped. I don't know, LU's often... You can tell I'm kind of having thoughts about this challenge. Like, I don't know, LU is often a game of DPS and, like, fun, fast movement. And there are definitely times in Hardcore U when you need to do, like, fast movement. But it's also kind of... Hardcore U is almost about just making it as controlled an environment as possible at all times possible. Okay, how am I going to handle this? I mean, as always, try them one at a time them. One at a time, don't give this guy a chance to attack. Like to aggro. I want to get that guy a little bit further away from... Ooh, ouch. Oh, now you chase me. Okay, let's go. The second I see any hint of pulling back... Go up there, go away. Okay, so this is doable. Wow, I'm actually bad. Get away. I could have gone 3 in there. And then we win. Not too bad. That was blind. I've never fought a Maelstrom Horseman. I obviously know what their attacks are. And I have farmed them elsewhere before, but I've never fought... I've never fought an invader. I guess I have actually fought them for the one mission. I've fought the normal horseman for the Duke Exeter mission. Oh, I nearly walked in. Okay, and this should just be a case of keep hitting. As long as nothing else comes, I should be entirely safe because they've got that whole animation of throwing down the chain. And you saw, he attempted to throw down the chain there, you saw how far he got. So yeah, the standard trick with these guys is if you walk backwards, they're close enough to start attacking you, but you can get, as long as you're just steadily walking backwards, you can get out of range before they attack. And it's a really, really, really safe way of fighting them. Again, you don't want to get swarmed. There's always a risk of getting swarmed. Okay, now I've got to run away. Do this guy. This guy has already had damage dealt to him, so could let him be. Actually, already had like 1 damage dealt to him. I'm the only person who could have dealt 1 damage. I don't remember doing so though. But like, that was Space Invader attack. I'd assume anyone Space Invadering out here. I mean, you could be Space Invadering, but most likely they're not rank 1. In which case, I swear that attack should do more than 2 damage. Okay, how do I go about this? I think I target this guy. That Stromling's going to come for me before, though, so let's get that out of the way. Okay, now I've got this guy. That was actually scary. Okay, I wanted... the reason why I did the second pullback there was just avoid that Stromling, because whilst this is perfectly safe to do just with this guy, and whilst honestly I could probably cope with the second Stromling if I were really, really careful and really, really on it, it's just dangerous, and I would be very likely to die. Yeah, that feels so scary, just walking backwards there, but I think it is honestly safer. Certainly safer than anything else I know, any other tricks I have available. Okay, so what's the mission that gets you the big one? The big one. Because maybe it's just worth... I could go for snack packs, but maybe it's just worth going for the certainty of that. So it's a Crux Prime one. So Worlds. Crux Prime. I really hope this at no point causes me to lag out. And for that guy, there we are, okay. It's presumably got to be one of the fighting ones. Yeah, I just hope it's not that. Get the briefcase. And the overstuffed one, possibly. I know there'll be people who would like me to know that it's not the proper briefcase. What mark is that? 2. Dragon Slayer. Ha! Ha! Okay, no, that's not happening. 25 more Maelstrom Dragons. Dragon Invaders. That will be 30 Maelstrom Dragon Invaders. No, I'm not getting that from an achievement, it turns out. I also realised I had that muted. Yeah, no, that's really not happening. Okay, so it looks like I've got to just get it from a stack pack. I mean, so the thing is, I joke, I could potentially... I don't know how much health they have. I don't remember if the Dragon Invaders have armour. Let me just check that, actually. Let me get up. Let me get up the database. Because, yeah, you can get SQLite versions of the game database, and after a little bit of practice, you can find your way around them. So I'm going to the... For anyone who does have one downloaded and is interested to know how we'll do this, I'm going to the objects table. I'm going to go to the display name in the objects table. I'm going to go type Maelstrom Dragon. Can't type dragon, but okay. I am Maelstrom Dragon Invader. I'm getting the ID. I'm going to go to the components registry, enter ID. Oh, what's the component type? I never remember the destructible component type. I want to say it's... I'm going to guess it's either 7 or 2. I'll be able to tell relatively quickly. Okay, yeah, this seems about right. Life 200. Oh, armor 300. So it's doable, but that would be... What? I'd need to do... I'm just thinking about the number I'd have to do. I would have to do 500 damage, and I would have to repeat that 30 times in a row. That's equivalent of taking on Butterscorch 18 3/4 times. To know about you, I'm not confident, given that I've only ever managed Butterscorch once. I'm not confident I could beat her 18 3/4 times in a row without dying. And I'm fairly certain that the damage dealt is the same. So always go snack pack then. And I just hope that I get lucky. Ooh! I got lucky. Brilliant, okay. Now, everything changes. I mean, I've still got to be careful. But now, this is, like, arguably the goal of Hardcore LU, is to get this one item. Oh, great. Oh, no, okay. I thought they were gonna client lag. And... Oh, you want to fight? Okay. Yeah. Suddenly, everything, from the point you get the big one, everything becomes so much easier. How... Why? No, okay, that's just a bug. I do have to be a little bit careful still, but should be good enough to... Because the thing is, it will also stun them when it hits. I am feeling a little bit of lag, a little bit of choppiness. But yeah, you can see why that's very much the aim of... Arguably the aim of the whole Hardcore LU run is to get a couple of items. I guess, ideally, you'd get a supply of Sensei Wu's tea. That would be a brilliant item to have a supply of. That gives you large amounts of, like, health and imagination for, like, 120 seconds. Actually, I don't remember if it gives you armor. I don't know how much health it gives you, and if it might actually not be worth it for... worth in comparison to Barbecue Blast Hot Dogs. I don't remember. And I don't have it on me to check. But yeah, the aim is to get those, and the aim is to get the big one, because from that point onwards, you've got options. You've got stuff you can use in a tough... These potions of shielding are also nice. Tough buff source as well. You can get that. Now I could probably go and complete a lot of the missions in Forbidden Valley. Although, for the sake of doing it properly... Yeah, I'd want to think a little bit more carefully. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to do this area now because someone else is fighting there. And not that this is, as mentioned, a proper run. But, so, okay, what's my next... Okay, my next aim then is to do the mission... do the computer build mission. For which I'm going to need a lot of imagination, actually. So I'll buy myself some imagination power-ups. I'm doing all right on money. And yeah, I am, for anyone wondering, I am now basically just treating this as though this is a normal Hardcore LU run, and I haven't lost it. I love how you can just get those from crates. And, like, they're actually good. That's a really good item to just be able to get from a crate. Battle rate does damage. I think I just wanted quite a few of these. Let's also see what I can sell. Oh, that actually cost quite a bit of money. I was not paying attention. Potion worth it. These, none of this is. I'm going to save that actually. I wonder if that can aim upwards. Because if that can aim upwards, it might make shooting that thing, shooting that crate, possible in Nimbus Station. And that will be quite nice. Okay, and the other stuff I will save to send to people. Or inevitably just forget. Okay, so I've got to manage to... This is going to be a little bit of a challenge to do without dying. It's going to be actually... I don't know how I'm going to manage this. Of course there's an ape there. Of course. Okay, that's fine. I'll just go in range and out of range. Not actually that concerned, but it's just... Oh, wait. When in doubt. So I think the strategy is just to clear a path. Okay, you can see me from back there. Good to know. Okay, it doesn't take that much imagination. That's good. Seriously? How am I gonna... Great, I actually have to beat an ape and a horseman standing next to one another. Sounds like the beginning of a bad walked into a bar joke. Should be good before that throws. Oh, great, how am I going to manage this? Okay, I'm going to see if that despawns. Okay, it does. I don't know how I'm going to manage this. Okay, I'm going to, from a distance, fight the horseman. Take the horseman down. Oh, that's possibly bad. Alright. I think I cancelled that attack there and got quite lucky with that. Okay. You're gone. It's good. Now I've got it. I'm going to fight everything else and begin taking down the ape's health. I'm low-key not convinced this is going to be possible. I am actually not timing this brilliantly. And stuff is respawning, which is going to make this a lot harder. So I've got to do this. I think this is where hardcore LU really takes off, isn't it? It's fighting in Crux Prime. Who would have guessed that the final world in the game would have been quite difficult for this? So I've got to do this whilst keeping that guy aggroed, because otherwise he'll reset his health. So I've got to remain sufficiently nearby for that. Didn't get health from any of those. I think I'm just going to actually keep going around and keep throwing. Not the most noble of fighting styles. But, oh great, now there's a horseman. And it is also slower, honestly. And I'm lagging out whilst I do this. Let's... Oh, I mucked that up. I should be dead. Come on, don't notice me. Throw that. Dodge. Okay, yeah. I did move in time, in fairness. But I think that was only because the server was a little bit slow. Like, I moved before he threw it, and it was the server being slow that got me killed. But I'm not going to complain too hard on that one. This is what hardcore LU feels like it should be. I'm quite enjoying this, actually. Like, this is a hard challenge, running around. Yeah, okay, that was bad. But again, that's why we're continuing this run. That's for practice. Yeah, it really is stuttering, rendering a video and playing LU at the same time. Okay. Should check where the video's at, actually. Wow. It says it's got 2 hours to go. put that in context, when I started it had 1 hour to go. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video rendering. I can do that overnight. Hopefully this will be a little less laggy. I mean, in part that was server lag anyway. I think I could possibly push on through and win. Oh no. Oh no, this was a bad idea. I mean, the fact that I survived that does not mean it was any less of a bad idea, for what it's worth. But yeah, here's where Hard Crow U comes into its own, when there's an area where I need to be clearing it of multiple enemies whilst fighting an ape. Whilst being limited to my fists, not taking any damage from anything more or less, and the big one. This is what the challenge is meant to be. I mean, I was moving at that point. I feel maybe the server got me when I was turning around. And that's why I died there. I don't think at the moment when I was moving I should have been hit. However, arguably there is very good reason I should have been hit in the second before then. So I think it was... server lag giveth and server lag taketh away. Oh great, hello. I see you. Yeah, okay, that was me turning around. They got me smashed there. Maybe I would just, in live, log out and wait for better spawns. Wait for spawns that did not place an ape right there. Are you still aggroed? Yes, yes you are. Are you still aggroed? Yes. Yes you are. You also can't get here though. No, but you've got a ranged attack. No, oh, that was unlucky. But anyway. I feel like I'm still lagging on something. I don't know what it is that's taking up CPU. Shortcut is still taking up CPU. I paused the rendering. How can you still be taking up CPU? Well, I can redo that at some point. Let's save the job. And yes, you are literally getting me in the middle of this video, just doing my own admin stuff. That feels better. That feels a lot better. My CPU's now mostly being taken up by Streamlabs. But that feels significantly smoother. I'm happy with that. Yes, that was what I intended on attacking. Oh wait, no, what was I talking about for? No, it's definitely more efficient to attack using the big one. Oh, I should have died there. As I mentioned, server lag giveth, server lag taketh away. Good opportunity to just use range there. It would also potentially be nice to have something like an everlasting flashbang. Just so that, I mean, there's probably something equivalent, just so that when I'm in a large group of enemies, I can just distract all of them. Because the big one will do that, but like not sufficiently effectively. Oh, that's bad. So the one thing that I really learned from Butterscorch is handling projectiles in LU. And the trick is, when fighting basically anything, you want to be moving. You want to just be moving sideways at full speed. I mean, it's really obvious. You want to be moving sideways full speed at the point where it would have reached you. But most importantly, it means be very in practice like that. Oh, I get one from the radius. In practice, that sounds easy. In practice, it's easy. In practice, it means you've got to be quite careful when you turn around, because most of the time you don't have a full 360 degrees to run around whatever it is you're fighting. So you want to be a little bit careful. Oh, that was close. Hello. Here they go. Michael, Vsauce here. Ouch. Yeah. I wasn't watching the ape. I had guessed where it was in its cycle. I was just not watching it, which is really not a great idea when something can one-shot you. In theory. So in theory I could be using these for all of these fights. It feels really way too risky to do that. Like, well, no, sorry, that's not what I meant to say. It feels way too expensive. It's not exactly sustainable. So I could do that for, say, one mission, but I couldn't do it for multiple. Move. Ah. That time I knew it was coming, as you can tell by me saying move. A good part of getting good at hardcore youth challenges is knowing when to stop attacking, because there's a good delay between you stopping attacking and you being able to move, and that delay can kill very easily. I can't tell if that's the light or if that boy's a different colour. It was the light. I was hoping it was Flogmore. There are other identifying markings aside from the named enemies being slightly pinker, but ooh! I got smashed multiple times there simultaneously. Yeah, I think it's a case of I just need to be... And all these deaths here are, to me, rushing. Rushing to go for fighting rather than pulling back and checking surroundings. And that's what's leading to all these deaths. So, like, I need to keep an eye on that guy, for instance. Oh, that was a buttery croissant, a battle croissant. Where did you go? You came from all the way over there. Exasperated ninja noises. Okay, I've just really got to hope that once I smash this guy, he respawns elsewhere. I think they do. If I remember correctly. Oh no, this is where the Admiral came from last time. Oh no, Move. Yeah. So the thing is, you want to be moving in advance of whatever it is throwing the projectile. Or whatever it is using the projectile, or the ape throwing a projectile. You don't want to be stuck turning around for whatever reason. Or you don't even want to be running away. Because typically, when you run away, you do run away like... that was bad. I was not paying attention because I was talking. You run away, like, directly away, because that's kind of instinctive, and that ends up with a very dead ninja. So yeah, we don't do that. I mean, in practice, okay, I do, but in theory we shouldn't. And honestly, I should not die to... I should not be dying to the... to that cycle. That should not be smashing me. Okay, keep an eye on the ape this time. It's a little better. For that, keep moving. There we are. Okay. But yeah, so I think I think I've mentioned this previously, but I think the idea of all speed runs is that it's not per se. Yeah, it's never a case of getting better. This sounds insulting. It's not meant to be insulting, but I think a lot of the time it's not just a case of getting better. It's not a case of getting better at the game the way the game was intended to be played. Okay, that sounds obvious, but it's not a case of getting better at the mechanics of the game a lot of the time. It's also a case of getting better at controlling what the game is doing, controlling what is going on, knowing how an enemy is going to attack, knowing how the AI is going to work, and just having a sense of that, rather than just being able to react to it really well. I think, like, that, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say, like, oh, there's no skill involved, because for very obvious reasons there is, but I'm saying a large part of the skill involved, which I didn't really realise until I started doing LU challenges, is just having a feel for the enemies, knowing what they're going to do before they do it. Oh, please don't regen. Please don't spawn an anchor and regen health. I don't know I can handle that. Because building an anchor is great for someone who's on a team. It's not great for me. Okay, it doesn't look like it's doing that, which is very, very good. It should have less health than armor. I think in general enemies have less health than armor. So hopefully we can take this out. Hopefully we can get this mission done today. And yeah, it's really a case of I just need the area around here clear enough to be able to fight this guy. Like, I just need this 90 degree kind of circular sector. I think it is sector. Don't remember. Don't remember the name. I have not had to think about circle theorems in many, many years. Which honestly, I don't know if I'm happy about. Circle theorems were neat. They remind me of a simpler time in maths. Oh, that was bad. I made it, but I could well not have done. Move. I see. Even having just spoken about how you shouldn't do that, I moved away. Just as my instincts. There was. Oh, great. This was the LU I came for. Jumping around. Because, okay, that's the nice thing about hardcore LU. especially when fighting multiple enemies, which, okay, I don't do often in it, because I'm like, obviously, I try and control it so there are as few enemies as possible, so I have as good a chance as possible. But, especially in Crux Prime, it's feeling like multiple enemies will be more and more inevitable. And it's quite nice to fight. Okay, I need to also get rid of this. These guys. Okay. And with multiple enemies, like, there is a huge advantage to staying moving. Okay, I don't know why I'm not dead. It seems when you... There's a thing I think I noticed on DLU a little bit where... Oh, that was bad. Where I got greedy. I knew the strongling was there. I was hoping... I was like half a second off on the cooldown. But even had I made that cooldown, I might have died anyway. I've really got to hope as I can smash all this stuff before the ape respawns, if it's going to, or just that the ape does not respawn. You may have noticed, rather subtle thing there, that I slightly stopped moving when I was being hit by that ranged attack. When I talk about OU being like a game of movement, and like, or not a game of movement, but move. No, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. No. No. Oh, okay. Okay, new tactics are needed. New tactics are needed. Okay, I was out of range when doing that. Right now I've got to fight Spiderling. I have no strategies for Spiderlings at the moment. Ouch. Ouch, that hurts a lot. Why did I get something that does overtime? Okay, go. 5. I'm gonna let it all reset. Because I want to get this in one go, because obviously if I can only get it piecewise. I feel this is going to be one of the harder things to do. I'm fairly certain spawning in Crux is regulated. Spawning in Crux Prime is regulated by a script. So I think I've gotten some... I think I may have gone somewhat unlucky with spawns. Because like they go in cycles as to what spawns where. And so in parts this may be me being unlucky with that. But also I think this is genuinely a really fun challenge. If a frustrating one. Okay, what's the plan? I'm out of range of that guy when building. So I've just got to know exactly what he's doing and when. So I can avoid the rock throw. I should be able to finish building this. I have the imagination. Okay. I think the plan is the following. Okay, that came in clutch. I saved that on every character. That's the result of the firefighter achievement. And that just saved my bacon there. Well, it hasn't yet, I guess. I'm going to keep... I think I'm going to keep playing onwards from that because I don't have another one of those. Barbecue plus top dog up and just get in and build, move. It's going to be a game of being very careful when I fight and when I move. maybe use and abuse the stuns. I think that's a good policy, actually. When doing something like that, just use the fact, especially with those, with admirals. Use and abuse the stuns to their fullest ability. Ooh, that was close. This is hard. I also do not want that to despawn. No! Oh, that was close. Why I didn't attack there was because I got lucky and the big one just happened to be in range. Okay. I know we didn't, but I'm going to call that a win. Because, like, I could have pulled back there. I just got a bit greedy with that fight. And like it's definitely possible. I think all of this I should practice before I attempt to do a hardcore OU run that includes this. But conversely, I don't think I'm really likely to do a hardcore OU run that includes this for quite a while. Actually, maybe no, knowing me, I probably would. The reason why it's a good idea to potentially do a hardcore OU run that does include this is for the same reason that I do all of these fighting achievements rather than 100%ing, say, Avant Gardens. And that's the fact that it's better to lose the run when I haven't spent hours grinding very, very boring achievements. Hey there. Just keep their attention. Keep them stunned. I'm able to attack back. Get that guy as he runs away. Yeah, that's what the big one's good for. And that's why, like, the aim is to snag packs the big one as soon as possible. Just because it is so powerful. One thing I would say is I'm not convinced drop rates are accurate on DOU. I'm fairly certain they're not. As last I spoke to someone about them, like, they weren't originally. I'm fairly certain they still aren't. But anyway, I'd say that counts as a win. We managed to do that one mission. I can fight admirals. You've seen me fight admirals. I can... Heck, you saw me fight multiple admirals off just in the attempt to build that. But that was fun. That was genuinely... As I've raved before about really, really liking Crux Prime as a world. But, like... and for the ideas that it builds on all these things that you've kind of come across in other worlds, but it just kind of doubles down on them. So, like the heart flags being everywhere. Like this area and having platforming... Like, obviously you can get back up, but, like, platforming is something that really, really helps to be good at. Like, fighting bosses in confined spaces. There is lots of stuff to be said in favour of this. Okay, I can't attack you. I see. Very well. The reason I'm scared of Ninjago... I love how I went from wrapping the video up to being like, ah yes, Ninjago. Okay, yeah, I'm not actually going to spend time doing those because they take a little while. I will probably do that next time. Anyway, thank you all very, very much for watching. I've been Intro-OU. This has been DOU, this has been good fun, this has been a hardcore OU run. Well, no, okay. This has not been a hardcore OU run, this has been hardcore OU practice. Thanks for watching and I'll see you around. Bye.